Everyone, good day from wherever you're watching me from. I don't know what time it is when you're going to be watching this video, but whatever time it is, good day to you all. How are you all doing? How are you faring? Today is a very beautiful day in the midst of this pandemic. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all staying strong, thriving through the season. It's going to be Easter soon. I hope we're preparing well. I hope we have been in the mood of getting ready to receive Christ in his resurrection power for those of us who are Christians. So while we are on it, guys, I want to welcome you to today's video. Today's video is a very special one. There are things I'm making this video because I believe there are so many things that one should not take for granted. So guys, it's been a long while I stumbled upon this particular video that has really raised concern for two Nigerian people that I have known on social media for a while now. So it's a video made by Sisi Okpe, a YouTuber. I don't know, she's a warrior, as she made this video talking about her status as a carrier of the sickle cell anemia. And I've seen that video, I think, since last year, early last year. I think during the lockdown, that was when I saw that video of hers. But I don't know, I watched the video and I didn't react anyway because by then I wasn't into YouTube as I'm now. So guys, and recently I've stumbled upon a video made by Nazoeze and Banter with NJ. These are two YouTubers that I love, and Nazoeze, I followed her right from the one when she started her channel last year, and Banter with NJ too. So guys, one thing I want us to understand is that we saying it, or those of the people who have come out to make these videos, they don't make it because they just want to talk. Me, for example, I'm not making this video just because I want to talk. No. I'm making this video because I believe that we need to create more awareness. We need to raise more voices. I believe in our society today, there are still people who produce children who are carriers of the sickle cell anemia. I don't know why that is happening. If you don't know what sickle cell anemia is, it's simply, in our body we have two cells, the white blood cells and the red blood cells. Is a condition, a medical condition, whereby the red blood cells of these particular people who are carriers of the sickle cell anemia are not well formed. Instead of it to be round in shape, it comes more like a lunar shaped cell. It's not well formed, it's deformed, meaning that it doesn't produce enough blood that it's supposed to produce. It doesn't function well. Do you understand? So, and what do you think will happen if your red blood cells is not functioning well? I'm asking a question. What do you think happens to you? Guys, imagine, I remember back in the years, my younger brother, on a particular day, he had an injury on his head. I think somewhere around here, he had an injury that year. So because we've learned in the past when he was younger that his white blood cells does not, I don't know how to explain it, I'm not a medical practitioner, but his white blood cells does not allow his blood to clot fast. I think the white blood cell is what is responsible for the clotting of blood. I don't know if I had thought about it before making this video, I would have made more research, but pardon me if I don't give the right information. But my elder sister was telling me then that we should be careful, we should rush him to the hospital, that we have to be very fast because this boy, his blood does not clot fast. I'm like, how, what? She said because he has had an injury as a baby, and they were told in the hospital that they should avoid anything that will make him bleed profusely because his blood doesn't clot fast. This is my brother I'm talking about, guys. So imagine, I'm talking about the white blood cells. He didn't allow his blood to clot fast. And really, on that particular day when he had that injury, he was bleeding. His blood was pumping. Despite everything we did, that blood did not stop pumping. We had to quickly carry him over with a bucket and then trying to cover it. And then we put a bucket on him like this. Put him on Okada. There was nobody to drive. We put him on Okada, rushed him to the hospital. I'm laughing, but it wasn't funny. We were so scared. owing to the fact that my elder sister had already said that thing. So we were so scared. So guys, that was how we rushed him to the hospital. And to God be the glory, they ended up, I don't know, these experts, God bless doctors and nurses, God bless everyone who works in the field of medicine, sincerely with his heart and professionally. God bless all of them. They worked hard and they arrested the bleeding, and then they stitched up his wound. Thank God. And we had to start pumping him with blood capsules and things that could make him get well fast. So that's by the way, guys. Now let's get back to sickle cell anemia. Imagine if you have sickle cell anemia. If you watch Sisi Okpe's video, she said she gave so many instances. If you have not seen that video, I'll leave the link in my description too, just like other people have done, so that you can go and watch that video and hear what she has to say, because she explained it practically well, being somebody who is going through the situation. I'm not a sickle cell patient, guys, so I cannot really explain it the way she has explained it, the instances she gave. I only remember when I saw this video of these two beautiful ladies, and then I remember that I had a roommate in my first year in the university. I had a roommate, I can't mention her name here, even was a sickle cell patient. At first I didn't know, because she was so slim, very slim. I thought it was just normal, and sometimes she wouldn't be able to get up from her bed to go to lectures. And after some time I started noticing that she always had pills, but she wasn't comfortable with letting everybody know about it, and then she was always hiding her pills and trying to act strong when people were around. But most times we all leave her in the room and go out, and you come back and you still meet her on the bed, or she's struggling to even get up to have her bath by the time you come back in the evening from lectures. Guys, this girl was going through pains at that time. We never understood. At that, imagine, as a university student, I didn't even understand. So that's why I said it's important we create this awareness. Let more voices be heard. Wherever you're hearing me from, if you can, raise your voice. Let more people listen. Do you understand? So this girl went through all these things, and I never knew. I think it was around my second year before I realized that this girl was going through something like this. That was what she was going through. I didn't know. And it took her getting close to a very close friend of mine that was a male. They became close. I think they were dating or something. So he was the one that told me. That's why I didn't know that my friend was a sickle cell patient. And I was like, because I didn't have an idea, guys. I was clueless at that. Imagine at that stage in my life, I was clueless. Ignorance is no excuse, guys, but I was ignorant. So I imagine there are so many people who are still ignorant of this particular genotype status. One thing, and aside from that part of my life, again, remember what we had learned in biology when we were in secondary school about the crossing, genotype crossings, and then I knew that for real, this is serious. And in my mind, I'm like, do people still make this kind of mistakes? And then I realized that sometimes some people don't even know that they are carriers. That they are AS carriers. Do you understand? They are carriers. They are not sickle cells, SS per se. But some of them don't know they are carriers, and then they meet with people who are also carriers, and then they start procreating, and then they end up bringing in children who are pure sickle cell anemia patients, and these children suffer. It was later on in life when I met a guy. The first date we went to, do you know the question this guy asked me? He asked me, what is your genotype? And I'm like, casually, I'm like, I'm AA. Do you understand? Because at some point in my life, I realized I was AA, even though it was not as if I went seriously to do the test to know my genotype status. But I think I had malaria one time back home. I had malaria and typhoid. So in the course of running those tests, and I think, this self-medication we do a lot in Nigeria. It was doing self-medication and malaria was not going. So we went to run several types of tests and it was in the process of that they ran the test for my genotype. And that was how I knew I was AA. That was how they now discovered that I didn't have any other sickness than typhoid, and we were treating malaria. Topic for another day, self-medication. So guys, now, this guy, the first question he asked me was, what is your genotype? And I'm like, I'm AA. He's like, he's not sure. He asked me, when did you run the test? I told him the same story I said. He didn't believe me until he went back again. And we went back again and we ran the test. It was after running the test that at least he was convinced, even though the relationship later didn't work out because of family issues. He comes from it. We ran that test. Because for him, he wanted a serious relationship. So he wanted to really know, because he was a carrier. He was an AS carrier. Do you understand? So guys, I want us to be like this young man that I'm talking about. The awareness I'm trying to create is for every young lady. If you're young, you're not yet married, or you're still single, you're searching, you're hoping on God, please, let's go and get ourselves tested. Find out your genotype. I know still in this part of the world where we are now, there are still a lot of people who don't even know the genotypes they have. Even my kids that I have in the house now, I don't even know their genotype. To be frank with you guys, I don't know their genotypes. Even though I believe none of them are carriers, because both I and their parents were not carriers. So, and I and their father rather, we are not carriers. So what am I trying to say? Let's all go get tested for our genotypes, please. Let's try. Even if you don't get tested now, as soon as you begin to get into a relationship, as soon as you begin to date, get yourself tested. Find out your genotype, please. It will really help us so that we will not end up raising kids who will come into this world to suffer. And imagine if you, like Nazoeze rightly said, even getting married to an AS patient, for example, and get married to an AS patient, these carriers, you get married together, and the love you have, as in you decide to get married to each other because of the love you have for each other. Guys, I believe that love will still die, as she rightly said, and I'm saying that too. I'm raising my voice alongside hers. The love you have for each other will definitely die. It will go wrong. Even on a normal day, love goes wrong in marriages. Not to talk of the one with this kind of challenge. The love will die. It will crumble, because the pressure coming from the kids you're going to bet, or you will bet, or you've betted, will be so tough that I don't know what kind of love will survive that storm. I don't know, but I think I know of a couple anyway. I know of a couple back in the years. I think I remember my sister telling me then that this man, he has about 2 or 3 kids who were sickle cell carriers. And I think still growing up, I heard, I didn't witness, I wasn't there per se to see with my eyes, but if I say I witnessed, it means I heard during, still back in those years, I heard when 2 of the man's kids died, and the parents were still alive, and these kids were dying right before them. These people I'm talking about now, I know them, especially in Lagos. I know this family. They are well known. Do you understand? So what am I trying to say in essence? I don't know how that couple managed through that situation, but they were the Christian type of couple anyway. So maybe that's why they were able to hold strong and still be together. Guys, that is not to mention the cost of maintaining this particular ailment. The cost, it's highly expensive. As Sisi Okbe rightly said, it's very expensive. What about the trauma, the pains the child will feel? I don't want to make this video excessively long, guys, but from my own end, I just want to join and raise voices to create awareness. Young people, please get yourselves tested and know your genotypes before you get married, to avoid being the one to bring in a child that will come into the world to suffer because he or she is a sickle cell warrior. The world is so exposed now that we shouldn't be the ones in our generation to make the mistakes that our forefathers made. Because I want to assume that back in those years when these things were very common or commonly heard of or seen, was because they didn't have the information, they were not informed. Now we are so informed. Thank God for information technology. We are empowered with information. Let's not abuse it or waste it. Please, if you have watched this video up to this point, I love you so very much. I love you. I love you so very much. I don't take your love for granted. Please, if you have not seen the video from Banter with NJ, you can go and see her video, or the video from Nazoeze, you can go and see her video. These 2 people are very wonderful people. I always enjoy their videos. Nazoeze, she teaches so much. In my mind, I'm thinking she should be a teacher or a professor in the field of learning. I thought I knew how to analyze things until I began to watch her video. But anyway, guys, we've come to the end of this video. I really appreciate you. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the like button and then subscribe. If you want to know if you are subscribed or not, just check. If that thing written subscribe, SU sub, before I spell nonsense, SUBSCRIBE, if it's still on red, it means you're not yet subscribed. Please hit the subscribe button. It wouldn't even cost you up to 1 second. Pim! It's finished. It's done. And then you turn on your notification bell so that each time I post new video, you will see it and then you rush to go and watch. Because I promise you, I will be here bringing you in things that you really appreciate, Dudushka. Anything, anything I come across or I think about or I know that will help us, that will give us information. That will... Remember, the goal of this channel is to raise better people. Better women, better mothers, better men, better boys. Every human being in life deserves to be better. Here we talk about things that betters our life, betters ourselves, grow us more on information. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. I don't take your love for granted. Till I come your way again on my next video, I remain your girl, Dimma. See you next time. Bye. Peace out. You're strong.